What is the weirdest way to become a millionaire? Is it becoming a professional dropshipper? Is it making AI slop on YouTube Shorts? Or is it doing what this guy did, which was selling tumbleweeds?
Tumbleweeds? What? There's no way. There's no way.
And yes, this guy's actually a millionaire. So I gathered a bunch of millionaires who became absurdly rich in the weirdest ways. Wait, is that guy making a fish? Well, yeah, because in 1999, this guy named Joe Pelletieri spent 2 years working on a robot fish. What?
There's no way. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, a robot fish. I mean, yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
This is his favorite pastime? No clue. But Joe wasn't making this fish just for fun. Once he finished it, he made copies, and in just that summer, sold it all across America. Several people told him it was a dumb idea and he should work on something better, but he disregarded their opinions. And it resulted in $100 million in 1 year. Somehow everyone had an interest with a singing fish in their house. And it was on track to become a $1 billion idea. Sales dropped 98% the year after. They also collaborated with Amazon Alexa, but that didn't really do anything. Some might expect Joe to be a little disappointed that his product is now underperforming, but realistically, with his level of wealth, he's probably chilling. Even though this guy became crazy rich, he had to do at least a little bit of work, but this next guy did basically nothing. Chris Clark was...
This is crazy, like... There's so many random little things, man. People are always thinking of the big thing, but there's like... I bet you someone on this list sold graham crackers and became a billionaire.
Biggest pizza enthusiast in the world. He would have it at least 5 times a week and was practically any pizza chain's biggest consumer. I also made all that up. In reality, Chris Clark thought pizza was...
I know.
mediocre at best. However, he saw the potential in it when he saw the World Wide Web while it was still brand new. He saw domains becoming super valuable, like youtube.com, google.com, and eelslap.com. This is so fun. So Chris spent $20 on the pizza.com domain, and all he had to do was wait.
This is smart.
It's 2008. The president of the United States is Obama, Taylor Swift was on the rise, and there was about to be a financial crisis. That led an anonymous user to buy the pizza.com domain for $2 million. This mystery buyer wasn't actually associated with any major pizza chain and is using this website to show his passion for pizza, unlike Chris. Especially because this website is not going to be...
I'm not gonna lie, though, I do hate domain. What are they called? Domain lords or whatever? Like those... The people that buy domains just to hold them, that's kind of weird. That's weird. I'm not gonna lie, cause like that's like if you're not providing value, there should be some rule like with houses or land. If you're not providing value, you're not making something off of it. Like for that domain, like a website that does something, at least provides information, and you're just holding a domain with a blank page, that should be illegal.
That much money. Why did a random guy have the pocket change for a $2 million website?
It's like digital real estate. Like, you gotta add some value.
Now, because Chris is now balling out. However, the previous 2 people actually knew that they were gonna make some money off of what they were doing, but this next person had no clue that was gonna happen. LaQuadra Edwards went to the store to buy the essential. And of course, gamble.
LaQuadra Edwards. That's a beautiful name.
LaQuadra Edwards went to the store to buy the essentials, and of course, gamble. Her plan was to buy multiple cheap lottery tickets instead of buying a single expensive one, but some stranger rudely bumped into her and she accidentally spent all the money on one $30 200x ticket. This obviously upset her, however, once she got in the car and scratched off the ticket, there it was. The winning $10 million lottery ticket right in front of her. All because some random guy bumped into her. So how did she use this money? A house and a non-profit organization. Personally, I would just put it all in black, but that's just me. Now, I would tell you more, but she's a really private person, and even trying to find out what she looks like is impossible because when you search it up, there are like 20 different people. But That's not even the craziest lottery story. Because this guy named Kevin Lewis decided to enter the lottery, and when it was finally revealed who won, it was him. Kevin Lewis! So he drove all the way up to pick his $1 million check.
Man, that's like... Honestly, though, I feel like the way you make money is kind of important. It isn't, but it is. It's a legacy thing for me. I don't know. I just think... You know, if you say you made money off of getting lucky, it's like, it's not as cool as saying like, oh, I made this thing, or oh, I got this. I made this movie, you know, it's like, it's kind of, I wrote this book. It's kind of like, I invented this thing. It's kind of like, you know, I got lucky. It's like, there's nothing you could teach anybody.
When he arrived, some random guy started stealing his well-deserved money. So he stepped in and said,
"Hey! What are you doing stealing my money?"
Yo, what do you mean? I'm Kevin Lewis, the guy who won the lottery.
"What do you mean? I'm Kevin Lewis."
Apparently, there so happened to be two people named Kevin Lewis who both put
No, that's too much. They should have to put more. Like, there should be some sort of way where they know if there's two people with the same name and they're like, no, you have to put your middle initial. Imagine they have the same middle initial.
money for the lottery. They were probably about to kill each other to claim their prize, but the casino decided to give them both $1 million each. Now, let me break this down for you. The chances of meeting a Kevin Lewis randomly is 0.0000046% chance. And that paired with winning the lottery, which is this number, it's a 1 in 136 trillion chance, or this decimal. Now, the probability of that happening was basically impossible. However, the next person had a whole career start just because of it. And it really shouldn't have been possible. This is Plaqueboy Max. He's a 22-year-old
Playboy. Oh my goodness, I'm tired.
Who has 2.4 million followers on Twitch. However, the way he got to the top was way weirder than anyone realizes. You see, Plaqueboy Max used to be an Uber driver until this happened.
He saw me in New York. He's like, bro, I really see something in you, gang. I need to put you on Twitch. You are a prodigy. I was one of the first Twitch's prodigy. So he put me on that. And yeah, bro, he gave me 100 bands. He said, that hooping shit. Stop hooping. Here's the 100 bands. Start streaming, bro. Yeah, bro. Just like that, gang. That, bro, like, no cap in my rap. We don't want that. I like that a lot.
Did you guys actually believe that? Okay, he never actually got 100 bands from some random guy when he was doing Uber. I don't even think he even did Uber as a job. I only included it because I thought it was funny. Now, there is someone who actually got rich, but the way he did it was incredibly illegal.
Bro, why is this guy clickbaiting? Stop clickbaiting through the video, making me look stupid. I don't know these people. Dang, I'm actually gonna press this guy.
And it got him infinite wealth. Some might say he might have been the richest person in the world.
Impossible.
So in 2011, there was this guy named Dan Souter. He was 29 and worked at a bar. And his girlfriend recently broke up with him because of his gambling.
He was dating Sydney Sweeney. No, I'm kidding.
Addiction. Speaking of gambling addiction, he really needed to gamble one night. So after work, he went to an ATM and tried withdrawing $100. But he only had $3 in his bank account. Regardless, the $100 actually came out of the ATM. And so what did he do? He put it all on black and doubled his money. Dan at first didn't realize what he had just done, but just a day later, it clicked. He could withdraw infinite money whenever he wanted. But here's the problem. When Dan withdraws $100, within 24 hours, the bank will finally realize it's missing and put him in debt. So the way he combats this is by withdrawing a bunch of money and then doubling his money with gambling, paying off what he would have been in debt with, and keeping the rest for himself. This actually happened. I'm not even making this up. Night after night, at the times of 3 in the morning, he would sneak onto the ATM, then go gamble, and then replace his money. There were times he would lose all the money he withdraws, but he would just withdraw even more money and make it back. But one morning, his boss called him into his office.
So I was looking through the ATM transactions and I noticed that you withdrew more money than we've made in an entire year. Look, I know you don't have this kind of...
Oh my goodness, he's big balling. And he's continuing it just to keep a cover. No, this is a smart thing. If you ever get rich or whatever, just keep on working your job. Work the minimum you have to, but keep on working your job. Because if you just all of a sudden quit, everybody's going to be like, oh, are you rich now? Keep the cover going.
Because I barely even pay you, bro.
Well, fuck.
He was fired from the bar, but luckily his boss didn't report anything to the bank or the police.
Just start like the best cover, best billionaire or millionaire cover. Just do Uber. Because you can do it whenever you want. So just be like, oh, I do DoorDash, I do Uber. And you can like technically have a job, have the cover going. No one has to know. No one has to know I have money. But you're not working that much.
It was seeming like gambling was bringing everyone who was close to him further away. But that's when he realized it didn't matter. Since he had infinite money, he was living the dream. Living in luxury hotels, getting private jets, and going to all the nice
They gotta make
restaurants
a
in
movie
nice
about
clothes.
this guy.
But doing this long enough made him highly paranoid. Because if you didn't know, basically stealing millions of dollars from the bank using the ATMs is a little bit illegal. He thought at any moment the police would kick down his doors and arrest him for pulling an international crime. However, the longer it had been, the more anticipation there was, and he couldn't take it anymore. So eventually, he had enough and turned himself in on live TV. I'm not gonna lie though, if I was him, I would have probably had a stash of money somewhere just in case, and maybe he does. But all these people are overthinking how to make money. Maybe the best way of becoming a millionaire is to just ask. In 2005, college was becoming more expensive.
There's no way. There's no way. He better not be clickbaiting me.
And this 21-year-old student named Alex too needed a way to pay for it. Since he was going to school to study business, he started using all the things he had learned and combined it into one genius website. So there's this grid of 1 million pixels and companies can pay money to advertise on there. But how do you just go,
Yo, can you advertise for my website?
Yo, bro, I don't know who you are.
So Alex reached out to the BBC and they agreed to showcase the website. This made companies now have the urgency to buy pixels to promote their business because they didn't want to miss out.
Hey, what's up? Here's $100.
And in 4 months, Alex sold every pixel of the 1 million pixel website and got $1 million. Alex did it. He could pay off college and probably a little more, but he didn't do that. He dropped out instead to focus on entrepreneurship, which is low-key a smart decision because that ended out working in his favor in the future. But let's take a step back. I want to find people
$2 billion
that
app?
ended out working
For what is this?
his favor in the future. But let's take a step back.
For
I
what?
want to find people who had no idea that they would become millionaires. Let me introduce to you thrift stores. They hold a bunch of random junk that no one would want. Most of the time, you see, there was a guy named Michael Sparks who was super into history, especially American history. He has a whole
America.
collection of historical findings that he finds from random thrift stores. That's also a lie again. He was just at a thrift store and found a
Bro, if this guy clickbait, like, he clickbaited me again. This guy clickbaits me again.
copy of the Declaration of Independence and thought, I guess I'll buy it. It's like $2. That random copy also so happened to be worth $1 million. But there's several of these stories. A random truck driver named Terry Horton bought a $5 painting that was later found out to be worth $50 million. She is definitely not a truck driver anymore. There was one other guy who bought a $3 bowl that was actually linked to the Song Dynasty and
What? That's crazy. How did it get in this random thrift store?
became worth $2 million. Thrift stores are a crazy way to make a lot of money, Rand.
I'm going to a thrift store and making a video about it.
However, this final person
I'm thrift store hopping forever. Like, I'm gonna be thrift storing everywhere I go.
multi-generational wealth in the weirdest way possible, and it took him half a decade. Aaron Krause had this piece of German polymer.
This better not be. Oh, this is the. What is it called? Scrubby? Is that it? I saw this guy in Shark Tank. This better not be clickbait though.
he used to clean his hands. But he wanted to easily clean his fingers, so he put one hole in it. But he wanted to clean his fingernails too, so he added another hole so he could hold it better. And he actually decided to sell this piece of polymer, and not a soul bought it. So he put it in storage to collect dust for 5 years. Until...
I don't throw anything away.
Scrub
I'm
daddy.
always thinking I'm going to use this one day somewhere. Anyway, there's a box labeled scrap that scrub daddies were sitting in for 5 years. The catalyst is that woman right there. Go outside and clean the lawn furniture. So I take a traditional sponge, start, scrubbing and it's ripping the paint off, and she's screaming, "You're ruining it!" So I was like, oh shoot, can't use this. What can I use? Got a box of those trash sponges that are rough. I wonder if they would work and not scratch. And I took this rock hard sponge that we had designed to clean her hands in cold water in the back of a body shop. We had never put it in hot water. And I dunked it into the hot water, and it went completely soft. Like, it changed form instantly. And I was like, what the hell is this? What happened there? So I took it out, so I started scrubbing with it, but it was 50 degrees out. And the longer it was out in the air and the colder it got, it started crystallizing in my hand. And the harder it got, the better it scrubbed. And every time I dunked it back in the warm water and it got completely soft, everything rinsed out of it. And I did all the lawn furniture, and it looked brand new. So I left it at my sink. I'm doing the dishes with a traditional sponge, and I look across and I see this thing looking at me with 2 eyes. And I was like, it cleaned the lawn furniture really well. I wonder how, and you know what? I'm gonna try changing the texture and seeing if I can get that burned on tomato sauce off. So I put in cold water, and it rips through the sauce in 2 seconds. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to get it into this area, and I warm it up, and it gets soft, and I can fit it into areas now. And when I get it warm again, everything's
Experimentation can take you far.
out of it, right? And now I'm in my inventor hat. I'm looking for failure point. This has got to fail. This can't work on everything. This can't work this perfect, right? Looking around, I'm like, why do we use rectangular sponges? Everything is round. Pots, plates, pans, casserole dishes, muffin tins, bowls, everything's round. This is stupid. This is incredible. Found it, and literally I start hearing the angels sing. If I have a smile on this thing, I can clean the silverware. That's it. I'm done. I know immediately I'm going to the office the next day. We're going to create a package. We're going to make a smile face. I'm patenting the smile face, and we're going into the sponge business, and we're going to take the whole thing.
Aaron Krause didn't just make $1 million
Taking the whole
company.
thing.
He made a
We're taking the whole thing.
$1 billion company with just Scrub Daddy. If you look at all these people, there is something most of them have in common that you could do to become a millionaire. Do something so creative and out of the box, you can make millions from it. Or just get lucky.
That was a good video. Liked it a lot. Happy with it. Key takeaways. Do something random. Do something that is so random that no one else would think about it or would do it. The other takeaway, like, I don't even know, like, why I haven't been going to thrift stores more. There apparently could be historical artifacts there. So I'm going to be going to thrift stores, and don't worry about that. That's just for me. And yeah, comment down below, like, if there's a story that you guys have heard about someone making money in the most random way possible, strange way, that this guy didn't cover in the video, comment it down below, because I'm curious about stuff like this. And yeah.